when we were at the brewery. That's when I saw the TikTok for the first time. And I left him and his friends to have their own chat together. And I go outside and I'm with my assistant producer. I am on my phone, I'm scrolling. I see a TikTok come through on a Love is Blind girls group chat. And so I click on the TikTok, and at this point, it's been posted for probably a couple hours, and there were hundreds of comments tagging Ben specifically. And so I was really confused because she never specifically said his name, but I'm like,
Mhm.
how are all these people pinpointing that it's him? And then also how do all these people know who he is? So I was like really trying to understand. So then once filming was done at the brewery, I go up to him and I show him, I'm like, is this about you? Like, do you know this girl? And he said, yeah, I know this girl. I'm like, you need to watch this TikTok. And so he watches it. My assistant producer obviously had to do her job, told my producer, they split
Mhm.
us apart. We had to go back to the apartment and film.
Right. To see
And
it.
that's the hard thing of like, yeah, we had to like introduce the TikTok again. And so it's just like going through that. But at that time on the couch, we watched the first TikTok, but then that's also when we noticed there was a second TikTok made. And so we watched that for the first time. And that is when she said that he blocked her. And so I asked him, did you block her? And he said, I blocked her. So
Got it.
that told me it is about him. Honestly, it was pretty broad. She didn't say anything specifically other than just like him treating girls shitty. And
Mhm.
that can be taken in so many ways.
Yeah.
So like I was like, okay, what extent are we talking here? Like, I was like, should I be concerned of like my safety? I didn't feel unsafe by any
Right.
means, but I was like, I don't want to take this lightly if it's something serious, but I also like, I don't want to take this super seriously if it's just like something that he just was a D-bag or something, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I didn't know. I was like taking on all this information, but I didn't have enough and I didn't have enough context. And I only knew Ben for like a month. Like I couldn't gauge it. I don't know. Because this is the thing. I knew I had to take it seriously, so I was, and it was always in the back of my head. But I'm an anagram too. Okay, naturally a caregiver. I was protecting Ben. And
Right.
so I was protecting our relationship. And at the time, I was like, I honestly don't want to talk about this more than what we need to, but we obviously need to talk about the facts. And I do
Mhm.
have questions. And so when he was saying he doesn't remember, it's like, okay, then you need to tell me at least off camera what you do remember. But and he didn't tell me anything anyways. Like
Yeah.
I knew there was something up. He was protecting himself, and I felt bad that he was in this situation. And so I was like, okay, you don't remember. And but I trusted his word that it was 4 years ago. And so
Right.
that's what it took. Is like I'm not going to dismiss her with what she says, but I fell in love with you today. I not 4 years ago.